You see a woman dressed in white and a man dressed in black. Two contrasting states, connection and resistance. She looks at him and decided to reach out. Not just reach out, she decides to pull him out of where he is. He resists, but she doesn't stop. She pulls him again and again, as if her efforts alone can change his state. And then you see her drop to the floor, still holding him, still trying to lift him. At this point, it's no longer simple efforts, it's emotional weight. Then she starts removing the layers, the outer layer first, the visible part of his darkness. Then she lifts him. For a moment, it works. She manages to bring him up. Do you realize what does that mean to lift someone who is resistant? That kind of efforts feels like love in the moment. Do you realize what that means to lift someone who is resisting? That kind of efforts feels like love in the moment. And for her it does, because now you lift her too. She feels instinctively seen, chosen, validated. This is it. This is what I was trying to reach. But emotions like this don't stay stable. Because she notices something. The darkness is still there. She tries again to remove what she believes is holding him back. And in that process, she gives more of herself until finally she thinks she's happy, seen, validated. He lifted her up, and in that moment, she felt complete. But then the dynamic shifts. He pulled her down, and she struggles to even stay balanced. This is where the illusion breaks. Because what looks like connection was actually imbalance. This is not just a relationship scene, this is a psychological pattern. And it's called the savior identity pattern. A subconscious belief that says, if I give enough, I will be loved. If I fix enough, I will be chosen. So you don't just love, you overinvest, you overgive, you overfunction. And slowly, you disappear inside the process. Now listen carefully. This is not about blaming the other person. This is about recognizing the internal programming that drives this behavior. Because the truth is, you don't enter this dynamic randomly. You are pulled into them by an internal belief system, a belief that says love must be earned through sacrifice. Your value increases when you suffer for others. I believe that saving someone proves your worth. And so you repeat it again and again and again until it costs you your energy, your clarity, your identity. But here is the shift. What is learned can be unlearned. What is conditioned can be rewired. And this is where NLP becomes powerful. Because instead of staying inside the pattern, you begin to observe it. You start to notice, this is not love. This is a strategy my mind learned. And when you see it clearly, you stop acting unconsciously. You stop rescuing. You stop overgiving. You stop losing yourself to be chosen. And that is where change begins. Not in them, in you. Because once you see the pattern clearly, you stop living inside it unconsciously. You stop rescuing, you stop overgiving. You start loving yourself, choosing yourself. Now let me ask you this. Are you ready to break this pattern and rewire the way you experience love from within?